how does comfort influence suffering?
Yeah, okay. So this is an interesting question because we talk about suffering and we suffering is a dirty word. We say suffering is a bad thing. But suffering isn't good or bad. Suffering is really just a guarantee. Like you're always at some point in your life going to be suffering. And realistically, you're probably going to be suffering in one way or the other all the time in your life. Literally all the time. Every decision we make is how do we choose to suffer, in my opinion. And that's the important word there is choose. Because there are two options really. You can choose how you suffer. You can suffer actively. I'm going to choose how I suffer. Or you can not choose. But remember that suffering is a guarantee. So if you don't choose, then the suffering will be chosen for you. And the suffering changes. So if you choose suffering, okay, let's think about when you get home after a long day. How do you choose to suffer? Do you choose to go and work out? Do you choose to exercise? Do you choose to sweat and suffer actively? Or do you choose to sit on the couch and suffer passively thinking there's a lot of things that I should be doing. I'm sacrificing my health right now. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. And then building up this big monster of maybe some problem in your health, some underlying issue, some existential crisis that you've created for yourself because you're not becoming the person you want to become. How do you want to choose to suffer? Would you rather suffer for an hour working out and then in 10 years time, if you do that quite a few times, you probably end up looking really damn good. You're probably very healthy. Or do you choose to sit on the couch and then you choose to have a bunch of health problems down the line, have body image issues, feel very insecure about yourself? Like, how do you choose to suffer? Because you will suffer either way. But do you choose suffering or does suffering choose you? That's how I see it.
Yeah, no, I love that idea. And it seems like what you're saying is if you choose comfort, then suffering is, you don't get to pick what suffering is contributing towards.
Yeah.
You know, you've chosen your comfort. You only get to choose one side of the story. So you've chosen to decide what your comfort looks like. And so your suffering will just manifest however it manifests, which for me personally is never good. It builds up this feeling of being overwhelmed, of you're putting things off that you know you need to do.
Yeah.
But if you choose to direct your suffering, okay, I'm going to put my suffering being in the gym, then that's going towards, you know, a goal that you have. And then I think adding on to that, then when you do have a little bit of comfort or even just like the end of the suffering, it's like a reward.
Yeah.
Instead of the suffering being this unfaceable thing that you then never, it just lingers in the background. It's like a constant. I feel like when you choose it, it becomes, you almost like define it in a box and it has a certain period of time, you know, it's going to last and, you know, you get through it and then you move on to, you know, the next choice, the next activity, the next thing, it's done. But I feel like when you choose comfort, it just stacks, it just builds, it just stays there as like a constant and it really grinds you down, or at least
I reckon that's a really good point. I want to expand upon that because I think we choose to, when we choose the comfort, right? We're choosing to feel good immediately. But as you say, it is the long-term pain. Like you're feeling the discomfort in the long term. Like it compounds and lasts for a long time. If we choose to suffer now, we choose a small confined period of suffering, but we actually choose long-term good feelings, long-term positive sentiment. You feel good about your progress, you're moving forward. And I think if you look about the duration of the suffering and the reward, choosing the comfort probably actually provides you a longer period of suffering.
Yeah, overall cost.
Yeah. But it's a lot harder because we don't correctly discount. So we think everything in the moment is more valuable than it is.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. No, what I kind of wrote down when I was thinking this was, comfort is like a tin shed in a hailstorm. So like it's offering you temporary relief.
Yeah.
Like suffering, I agree, is a fixed cost. It's inevitable. You're going to experience it on the day-to-day for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
It's the hailstorm. Yeah. Choosing comfort is like, oh, fuck, this hail right now is you know, a lot. I'm going to just hunker down under this tin shed for a bit.
Yeah.
But the hail doesn't go away. If anything, it's really loud and you can hear the hail and you're reminded that it's there.
Yeah.
But you know, you got that little bit of comfort and you just want to stay there. And then sometimes the longer you stay in that tin shed, the harder it is to step back out into the hail.
Yeah, that's a great point, isn't it? That's a great point.
Yeah. I mean, Yeah.
Because when you go out and when you face the enemy, when you face a demon, it's never as big as you make it out to be. The more that we
100%.
enter these states of comfort, and as you say, we hide from the hail, we hide from the problems that we're facing, the bigger the problems get in our mind. The problem hasn't changed. What you have to do hasn't changed at all, but it seems like a much bigger task. And the more that we can step out into the hail, the more that we train that in our brain to just take these on, just take the suffering right now. I think the better that you're going to be able to handle these problems. And we end up with this anxiety and stress. And I think a lot of it comes from hiding from the problems rather than just facing them head on, taking them.
And then once you've built that muscle of stepping out into the hail, you've taken on the discomfort, you haven't just shied away from it, then you can reflect back and you get the added bonus of being like, okay, well, I did it yesterday, I suffered that. So now I get to kind of enjoy the comfort that's off the back of yesterday's suffering.
Yes.
Like one thing that I wrote down that I used to read I still do read to myself in the mornings is like, today I will suffer for the benefit of tomorrow. And today I will appreciate yesterday's suffering.
Yep.
And today I will stay in the present. So it's like if you just make the sacrifice, you choose discomfort today, then tomorrow you can wake up and be like, oh, I'm really proud of, that moment. Or like, you can feel a bit better about, you can like almost like call back that decision and then reap the rewards then. Yeah. And then that fuels you to pick another uncomfortable decision, which then, you both of these things are like self-fulfilling prophecies. They're cycles.
Yep.
Staying in the tin shed during the hail, you just want to stay there because the hail's just feels louder and it's scary. It gets bigger. The monster grows.
Yep.
But you step out into the hail and then you just want to take another step. You don't want to like turn around. You just keep stepping. Yeah.
And it's such a rewarding feeling when you step into that hail and you realize that it's sunshine all along. Yeah. Once you get through that one thing, it's, hey, wasn't that bad? And I actually feel really damn good for doing that.
Yeah.
Really, really damn good. Like, what are the best days you've ever had? Are they ever the days where you just chose comfort, or the days where you just got a lot of things done and you're like, wow, I'm really proud of myself. This is a whole new level that I can reach.
Yeah. It's always the days where I feel like it's when you feel lots of pride. And for me, pride is just like overcoming a really uncomfortable situation or like a lot of uncertainty, something you didn't think you could do.
Yeah.
So like if that's what you're trying to optimize to have lots of really good days, you need to be taking on really big tasks. And like that's going to come with also like low lows.
Yeah.
I think like part of the skill of, personal development or just like a life skill in general is being able to manage those and produce moments where you can feel proud for choosing the uncomfortable thing in the past.
Yeah. It's a good feeling. It is a damn good feeling.
That was a clip from the Modern Monk podcast. If you guys want 30-day early access to the full episodes, if you want to watch them live, and if you want to participate in Q&A calls after the podcast, then you can do all of that for free at skool.com/modernmonk. I'll leave a link in the description below for that. I'll see you there.